So, Happy New Year everyone. After 2 years of coronavirus, then World War III breaking out, if you were reading a book and that was the what do you call it, the story, you would put the book down and go, that's not very believable, wouldn't you? The world getting locked down, focuses away. The world getting locked down, then a hot war breaking out in Europe. It's not a very believable story. So let's hope 2023 we'll see some more peace on earth and goodwill to all women, men, children. Right, so anyway, where are we today? I've had a revelation. To get the door back on the van, the door was, as ever, 1,000 times more work. Let me stand up. Was 1,000 times more work than I thought it would be. Then, when I look at the side door I'm talking about, right? When we look at the passenger's door, I did quite a good job in that. Did I do that second? Maybe. The driver's door has got maybe 4 or 5 millimetres of car body filler on it. So I had a revelation. What was your revelation? Well, the revelation was I don't want to put the bottom door skin on the side door until I've hung the door back in the van, right? What about this for thinking? Come on, Zamdog. I don't want to put the side door back in the van until I've got the runner back on and all this stuff squared up and painted so that I can check how flat the metalwork is between the side panel and the side door, and whatever that is, a B pillar in the side door. Does that make sense? I follow Alexander. He's my friend, my YouTube friend. Sometimes friendships you build up on YouTube are actually more erstwhile than the friendships you build up in real life, aren't they? So what I was going to say about Alexander, he's been giving me tips and tricks about painting and that type of stuff. I'm not very good at it. To put the minimum amount of body filler on the door, if I have the skeleton of the door, I can then check between that panel, the door, the bottom and the door, B pillar in the door, da-da-da-da-da, and make sure I'm getting it all hooked up. Aha! The Alexander thing just come back to me. As ever, I was getting very, very frustrated due to the length of time all this has taken. That's 3 years, believe it or not. Alexander reckons 75% of the finishing work is the fillers, priming and painting. That's something I just had not written into the equation when I started doing this. I didn't write a lot into the equation when I started doing this. Come on, camera, focus camera. I didn't write a lot into the equation when I started doing this because I'd never done it before, so I honestly hadn't a clue. When he left a comment saying, look, to get a decent finish, it's about 75% of the work. I looked back and everything that I did and I thought, my goodness, I've already put a lot of work into this. And that's something I wasn't anticipating. I think I'm due a new phone, this one's old. So I wasn't anticipating the filler and primer and painting. Painting I'm getting nowhere with. One of the guys along the road's got a body shop. He says don't even attempt it. In the winter, I'll get nowhere. So where am I going with this? Filling and priming and painting are about 75% of the finish, right? So that means the metal work and welding is about 25% of it. And he says that I'm going to be on the putty and this stuff for ages. So to get the door back on, God, this is a long road for a shortcut. To get the door back on, I need to get to this. There's a metal bar here. That's what the side door runs on, that thing there. So I need to get that back on, and then I thought, you know what? It's great to get to a point where I'm putting things back on the van. However, I don't want to take that back off, right? So the smart thing to do just now is prime and top coat the bit below where the bar goes. Then when I go to put some more paint on later on in the year, I can just mask that off and do either side of it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Sorry about the terrible content and filming in the videos. So, did that. Then I noticed, I think it was about there was a maybe 2mm dip in the paint. So I've got maybe, what, 4 or 5 hours in that section from there back to here. I think it's fairly straight. But it just shows you, right, I went to repair a dip in that and I chased it all the way along that panel. So what's the moral of today's video? Yeah, I thought I was doing this section here and ended up chasing it all over the place. Now, it's a finishing job, and that should get, that once I've had a couple of coats of primer on it, that should be ready for paint. But it just shows you the stuff you can't spot with your eye that pops up in you when you go to do this. I had it in primer along the back, thought it was looking good. Then when I did this section over here, I started noticing there was a couple of bits out along there. So, is there a moral of this story? Is there a moral of this story? The priming, filler and the painting take a long time, don't they? And there's a fair bit of work in it. If you've got a professional body shop, you'd attack your stuff and get it done. So I'm going to rattle some primer on top of this tonight before I go home. And hopefully when I come back in, that panel's done. A guide coated below the bit that I did the body work on. So from there down, looks real straight. So that kind of means from the roof, where a window would go, down that quarter, and all the way down to the bottom, should be ready for paint once I've got the primer on and hug back and stuff like that. So, Happy New Year, thanks all for watching. How's the weather in Scotland? It's just beautiful, isn't it? Sun splitting the sky, and it's dry as a bone. There's the pleasures of being a small businessman. I need to get somebody down there to pressure hose my waste pipes. Anyway, from a beautiful sunny Scotland, thanks for watching and Happy New Year to you all. I hope 2023 is fantastic for everybody watching my videos and everybody on the planet. Alrighty, right, thanks for watching, bye.